Howdly doodly, frienderinos, Recon87 here, and welcome back to Shipyard Champions, where we are heading into week 10, and it is the final, the finale, the other word for ending, last week of this season. So let's hopefully go out with a bang. But before we rock ourselves into a fervour for the final week of this episode, let's have a quick look back at week 9 and see how we got on there. So here, with my usual professional class snipping tool here, we can see that we finished in a very respectable second place. In fact, that's more respectable. I'm going to put that under jolly good. Really pleased with our clean sweep there. We, so just to refresh the old memories, it was a battle against the AI where we both had convoy ships to protect. Usual sink the enemy ships, sink the enemy convoys, don't lose your ships, don't lose your convoys. And we managed to wipe the field without a single loss, which gives a maximum of, well, the maximum, but gives 8.5 points, which is really good. And kudos to Stealth17, who emulated our success with his own wiping of the field. Hats off to Ulari for creeping out in front, and the real game changer there was his ability to make the transports surrender, which was worth some extra points. He really lent into the, I think it was a 2-inch secondaries, and just inflict casualties that make them surrender through calculus limit, which I couldn't be bothered with, so I just wanted to sink things, and so I don't get the win. But no, it was really, really good to see, and actually kudos to Panzergraph as well. He had quite an unlucky start, but the way his kind of ships were spawned in, and he recovered very well, and indeed snuck in some extra points with some captures at the end. So congrats to those guys. But I'll absolutely take my second place, and that pushes us into a very respectable, mediocre 6th place overall in the season standing. You know, kind of we're the equivalent of Motherwell Football Club, I think, in terms of our standing at the minute, which is to say, you know, not in danger of being the bottom, but still ever so slightly disappointing. However, we have 1 week to play for, and with it very, very close in the middle here, I think we could see ourselves reach up into definitely 4th, maybe even 3rd, if we really pull some things out our boots. And what are these things, I hear you cry? Well, this week it's surprisingly straightforward. It's going to be a 4v1, 4 AI, one of us. We will design ourselves a ship. We get to pick a nation, pick a year, and we pick a class, and then we get 1, and the AI gets 4 AI designs. However, there is a twist, and the twist this week is you have to pick from the Wheel of Unfortunate Twists. Made by Mr. Brosilly. So what is on these unfortunate twists? Well, there's things such as minimum bulkheads, the minimum armor, or the minimum speed. All these things which are going to make your design rubbish. Here you have to let the AI design a ship, and you're only allowed to change either propulsion or guns or armor. You have to have a high chance of flash fire, or I can't remember what that one is. Or the lowest mark of guns available to you. Lots of things which are generally going to make your design worse. And then when we get into battle, points are very simple. 1 point per AI ship you sink, and you lose a point if you get your own ship sunk. And the tie of the battle timer. Let's be perfectly honest. RNG's up there is going to play a huge part into who comes out ahead, because these unfortunate twists are by no means equal. Having something like a minimum armor, which can, for many hulls, can be 0, is going to seriously affect the probability of your surviving an encounter. So we shall see. But before we get our unfortunate twist, we of course have got to pick ourselves a nation and a hull. And again, this week I'm going to go in for my random nations to decide who we're playing and who we're going to go against. I was typing this in this week. I think I might have forgotten to put America in last time, but hey ho. Not important. Okay, let's spin the wheel. We are going to be Russia. Okay, so Russia or Soviet Empire, or no, Russian Empire or Soviet Russia. Garbled out in the end. And we're going to go up against It can't be Russia. I should have removed that. Remove. Let's try that again. It's a shame you can't fight yourself. USA. All right, a bit of Cold War stuff. Cool. We will be Soviets. We will fight against the USA. Now, before we pick our unfortunate twist, we do have to pick our hull type. So let's have a quick think and a thought and a swizz and see what we're going to do there. And we have to pick a year as well. So we're going to be Russia. Now, I was having a bit of fun with the larger hulls which we did. This larger armoured cruiser hull, which we created in the last episode. You can actually get a lot of bang for your buck off these things. And they can do a very good job against AI ones in this round, this 1920 mark. So that's a definite possibility. I also think, well, do you know what? We do seem to spend a lot of time with cruisers. I like cruisers. What can I say? They're a fun ship to play around with. But maybe we should just go, do you know what? This time we're going to go big and beefy. Let's knock ourselves out some modernized dreadnoughts or whatever, and have some big gun duels, which is fun. It's a lot of fun, and I'm very tempted by it. Only other thing to think, I mean, these are going to be harder to sink, take longer. So, that's going to affect the tie-break condition of the battle timer. Or maybe we could just cut the difference and go for a battle cruiser. I did do one of these for the design ship, and they are fun. They're pretty beefy, but they're not the full biff. I mean, they're essentially the same weight, to be honest. My only concern is I think the AI tends to be able to build more competent battleships and things and slap on a great deal of armor. I just like cruisers. Oh, do you know what would be very interesting? Why don't we invite our friend RN Jesus to make our decision for us? Let's put everything on there. Let's go destroyers, light cruisers. Do I really want to do destroyers? Shall I veto a destroyer? No, let's not veto a destroyer. That might be crazy and fun. Alright, let me go make that spinny wheel and come back in a jiffy. Oakley dokley. So here we are. DD, CL, CA, BC, BB. Let's see what we're going to be playing with. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay, we're going to be playing with destroyers. Fine. I'm also going to mix around the years. Now, this may, because destroyers, you might not get them early on, so this may not line up properly. Did you get a destroyer in the 1900s? I can't remember when they start. Let me double check. 1900 destroyer. So as Russia, the Russian Empire. Yes, we have destroyer. This is going to be ridiculous. Okay, we are going to be a 1900 destroyer against 4 other destroyers. Oh lordy. Okay, fine. And we're going to be up against America. Make sure they have. Yeah, they'll have destroyers in this time period. Yes, they do. Yeah. I'm not massively regretting my life choices or anything. Oh, we need to look at our unfortunate twist. Okay, here she is. The wheel of unfortunate twists. Twist away, Mr. Bro Silly. What have you got for me? Paching. Our flash fire chance must be 25% or more. This could be challenging. Okay, I'll have a look. I may need to twiddle around with things to see if I can't see if I can create that. Okay, I'm not that familiar with flash fire chances. Now I will actually. I'm going to exit from here because we are allowed to unlock hulls. I don't know if there is any differences in words destroyer hulls at this time frame. But I guess we're going to find out. So let's go US, let's go 1900. We're going to be wanting to be essentially close as close could be. We may change that to maybe 2K, we'll see. This is going to be challenging. Because then I can go unlock on, and then we can go design a ship. Okay. Oh, so you have large torpedo boats. Why would I want that? I don't think I would want that. I think we're just going to go with destroyer 1. Technically, this one's slightly bigger. I don't know whose that is. Alright, let's go with the 1200. Can we get 1200? Are you going to shout at me? No, we can't. So what is the point? Okay, flow belly, resistance, 35. Your resistance is still much better, so you win. But 850 is apparently what we're limited to. Oh, dear Lord. So what's my... Okay, how am I thinking we're going to possibly get through this? Well, we need to have, essentially... I need lots of guns. Can I even have lots of guns? I don't know. How many guns can I really stuff this thing with guns? Is that really going to work? I think this is my only option, is to have no torpedoes. You know, destroyers. Should be able to dodge torpedoes, hopefully. Probably be a little bit slower than my counterparts. And just have an insane amount of guns. But I've got this flash fire thing I have to somehow deal with. So I may end up having to, where is it? So see down here somewhere. Maneuverability, detection, weapons. Accuracy, armoring, damage, flash fire, 3 point, how, okay. I'm going to have to look into how it makes bigger. So this is roughly what I'm thinking. But let me, well, we'll do some other stuff before we do anything else. So yeah, that's what we're thinking. So we don't have many choices here. Well, we could get some nice... Nah, they're too big. Can I stick a gun on the front? Yeah. Stick 2. 4 inches, is that the way to go? It might be the way to go. It's probably enough to hurt against the stars. I mean, our armor is going to be essentially nothing. What's your penetration? Actually, I can do improved whatever I've got. Although we're probably going to go max HE. Okay, HE's not doing much for us, but your AP will get through plenty. Yeah, really, I'm really going to have to burn them out. Is there anything I can do to make that hit a little bit harder? We could go something like heavy shells. That makes almost no difference. Okay, maybe we'll just stick with that. I'm going to need a lot of ammo. Fine. Okay, let me go and see what I can do to influence this, and I will be back. Okay, so we're actually many days later than from the previous bits I recorded, because when I went away to play around with things, I couldn't get anywhere near 25% flash fire chance. And I'll run over the things which influence it in a minute. But essentially, because I couldn't give it 25%, I reached out to Bro Silly as our judge in these competitions and said, hey, look, you know, how should I play this? Should I either just max the flash fire chance I can get? Should I re-roll my unfortunate twist? Or should I just scrap everything and start again? And he came back and he said, look, just max out the flash fire chance you've got and you're golden. Go with that. So that's what I've done. So you can see here, we're sitting at 10.1%, which is the most I could make. And what have I done to influence that? So we've gone up to our 5-inch guns rather than 4-inch guns, just because they increase flash fire chance, which means we've got a larger one fore and aft. So it has trimmed down the numbers of 4s we could put along the side. In terms of components, so leaving barbette armor as none, because obviously they reduce flash fire chance. I'm having to leave my bulkheads as standard, because again, more bulkheads improve things. The armor quality, anti-flood, double hull, none of that impacts it. In terms of armament, actually the better powder and propellant actually increase your flash fire chance. That was fortunate that I could push these up. And then we've had to go for heavy shells, because that again increases the flash fire chance. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, electrical turrets here, so they increase your flash fire chance over your hydraulics. And I think that was it. Yeah, so those were the only things. So, which it wasn't too bad actually, because the propellant and the turrets I would probably have gone for anyway. So the only one would be, I maybe not have gone for the heavy shells, but I don't think that's much of a hassle. It gives a bit more penetration, more damage. We're not really having to worry about the range, although the accuracy and the reload time's not great. But yeah, the lag barbettes and the lack of bulkheads may be what comes to bite us in the rear. Apart from that, I think we've landed ourselves on our ship. So again, I've tried to put in as many 4 inches as we can get away with. We are at 850 tons. I didn't actually reduce the beam a little bit. We didn't need it at the full 10%, which gave me a little bit more weight and things to play around with. We've come down to 29 knots. So I reckon the AI ships are going to be faster. I can't remember what the optimum max speed for this hull is. 34. So a good 5 knots below where we could be sitting for maximum speed. But I think it's more value putting into arms and armament. And you see I've tried to max out my 4-inch secondaries here. Originally I had them running along the side, but actually these ones have got a reasonable fire arc. That one less so, but it's okay. And obviously I'm saving a gun a pair here by sticking these gentlemen in the middle. So it does give us a kind of, what was that, 5 4-inch gun broadside, and then we've got our 2 5-inch guns fore and aft as well. And I think other interesting bits and pieces we've gone for. Max out my ammo, because I think we might have to fire a lot. Do I want to go max HE rounds? I don't want to go even Stevens, because, we could burn them out, certainly. But maybe we want to start with a little bit of AP, because that should cause a lot of damage to them. Put a couple of holes in them. Let's go balanced here, I think. We might start with HE. So I have increased the... I guess AP rounds are heavier. Can we do that? No. Alright, I guess we just are going to go max HE. We'll have some AP rounds, but I guess we'll be using them up first from distance, and then we can close in and use HE. Because I can't bother tweaking other bits and pieces. Anything else? I did manage to get our armor up relatively well, so we're up to 1.5 inch across the belt, which does give us essentially protection from our own guns from an HE perspective. Again, AP will poke holes in that. Deck, again, our max penetration was 0.4 of an inch, so I've gone up to 0.6, which should be ample. And I'm going relatively heavy in the terms of 5-inch turrets, just because I don't want a flash fire for obvious reasons, although the chance is still pretty low, only 10%. I did reduce the caliber of the length of our barrels, because improved reload speed, and rate of fire. The range wasn't really much of an issue, and made them slightly lighter as well, so that was beneficial. And I think that's us good to go. Oh, yeah, I did have to stick a torpedo launcher on it, because you'll be aware you have to stick a torpedo launcher on these destroyers. But c'est la vie. And yeah, I think she's good to go. I am okay. I think depending on how we play this, if we can get kind of cross their T in all that good nautical ways, then we've got quite a lot of oomph. It's going to depend what they come up against, and a little bit of luck. If we get pinged by a 5-inch AP shell at the wrong time, that could knackers our engine. That might be all she wrote, but we shall see how it goes. I did increase the range, because I think last time I'll have shown it, I was saying 1,000 meters. When I came back in, I increased that to, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. Potentially 3,000 meters, I think. But now I'm stretching my... We'll find out when we launch. But yeah, because I thought 1,000 meters is a bit close. We should have reasonable range, reasonable ability to fire at the increased range, and might give us a bit more opportunity to trigger them to launch their torpedoes and then to dodge them. Oh god. So let's see how it goes. They have... Looks like they've got... Okay, main gun fore and aft and second. Oh, that's quite small though. A couple of torpedo tubes. No, 1, 2 guns there. 3, 4 guns. They look smaller caliber though. Maybe that's like a 4 and a 3 and a couple of torpedoes. See, oh, have I set this to random? Oh, hang on a minute. I can check what it's supposed to be. Well, we did have free range over time of day and weather. I tend to do daylight and clear so we can see what's going on. Before we get into it, do I want to change that? Oh, I kind of do. Look how low in the water we are. Yeah, do you know what? I want to reset it. I want it clear on day so I can see what's going on. And so you guys can see one, because I'll know there's advantages in fighting this weather, but it's not really one. If I go back to rebuild ship, can I just don't know if there's a way to save this. Go exit and I go clear, morning, day. That was 3,000 meters. There you go. And I go back to design ship. Are you still here? Yeah, good. Okay. I was panicking that I was going to clear it. Everything's still good. Under 850 tons. Let's go. And they are essentially the same design. That gun's moved from the center to the back, but it looks much of a muchness. Right. To the north. Just be off. Glorious wing and a prey here, because that's all we've got. And what I would quite like to do... Oh, shells incoming! Misses. Good. Yeah, let's see if we can cut across in front of them. I mean, presumably they'll turn, because they're not fools. Where's the fourth one? Interesting. Looks like he's in a separate division. Hopefully he's around somewhere. What's our hit chance looking like at the minute? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, torpedo. Only 1.5k for torpedoes. Really? Okay, that's good. We can certainly close a little bit. I want to try and minimize their firing arcs. 4 inches are not firing? Why not? They're within range. Oh, there they go now. Pop, 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 pop. And they pop smoke. No, I'm going to hold off my smoke. Till we're a little bit closer. So range down to now 3 kilometers. Probably going to have to bring that down to about 2. This line looks okay. I'm assuming they're going to be able to outpace us. There's our identification going slowly, slowly. I don't think we've actually hit the thing yet. It's 1900s, actually is not great. Blocked. Well, we hit them at least. Right, why don't we stick on AP and see if we can poke some holes in this. Let's rock up our smoke. First blood to them, that's not good. Ricochet. It's not what you want to see. Okay, I've almost got full identification, we'll have a look at it. Here we go, the Edsel. What have you got? So you've actually got, so a regional number of 2-inch guns, 4 inches as your main armament, and then a couple of torpedoes. Okay. So I will have to be, in fact, just watch out for, what's your 2-inch range actually? Oh, it's like 4k. Okay, we're not going to be outranging them. Oh, overpen and flooding, that's good. We're down to 1.3. We'll go back to auto, which means we'll probably switch to HE, but that should be fine. This range we should do a little bit more damage, hopefully. Let's turn in, so we can get across the front of them. Oh, another hit for us. Okay, we have got Edsel down to half flooding damage. That was beautiful. Okay, that was a good hit. Right, hopefully she'll go. Can sometimes be really painful to just finish these things off. Go on. Yes! Alright, one down, good job. Now we have to be worrying because we are sailing towards another one. This should at least give us to hopefully maybe try and get out in front of the Stortevent. I don't know why I put on a Russian accent, these are American ships. Now, what would you like for armor? 1-inch main belt. 1.8, 1.3 aft belt, interesting. 1-inch deck, so we're certainly not getting through that. Alright, let's go back to a little bit of AP, just see if we can't poke a hole in you before we do anything else. Especially if we can slow you down, if we can start a little bit of flooding. Your max speed is only 32 knots, you're not that much faster than me. Fighting in the fog. There we go. Fighting from underwater, to be perfectly honest. Oh, put the fire out. Oh, damage to our engines is not what we want. We're now doing 20 knots. See, now this is the kind of thing that can absolutely kill us. There's a loss of speed and loss of maneuverability. Oh, nice. That was a great hit there. Another one of those, please. Ooh, main gun destroyed. Beautiful. Right, I dare say you are done for. We've taken a bit of a beating though. Okay, she's now sinking. How do I want to play this? You are sailing away, which I can support. Let's see if we can't cut in this way a little bit. We're on fire. Structurally, we're okay. We've got a very tiny amount of flooding, so if our damage control can deal with that and pump it out before the compartment floods. You've been hit already. Have you now? Huh. Over 2 overpen versus 1.8 inch shell. You've been hit by friendly fire. No, that's nonsense. You've been hit twice by 4-inch shells. Okay. Huh, I managed to do some serious damage here without even realizing. Must be overshoots from the ship in front. Sweet. Okay, this is looking fairly positive. Go, go, my little gunboat. Okay, you're whiffing a little bit here. Is the injured being injured? Oh, that was a painful one. Still my AP and I'm getting ricochets. I do have to watch out for your torpedoes. Like so. That was a great hit. I actually want to turn towards... I don't know how I'm going to avoid this one. Turn harder. That way. Oh. Her gunnery's doing too much work against me. I don't like it. Right, torpedo is fine. Partly from all the speed we lost doing a sharp turn. Right, she's going down now. Beautiful couple of hits there. Go on, just sink. Okay, good. See you later, Pratt. I don't know why that was such a venomous statement. There we go. We're now in a little bit of trouble. So I'm flooding in the bow. It's the angle I'm worried about. We can't sort our angle out, then that would be the end of us. But it's a one-on-one now. AP's fine. Don't know how much AP I've got left. A couple hundred shells. Right, I just noticed that I shouldn't be going down any further. We should be under control. Hopefully we can give our damage control time to fix a few bits and pieces. And hopefully you actually come back for a fight. If you just run away, maybe I'm not going to be able to chase you down, am I? Okay, looks like we've got this one back. Okay, hopefully we're getting our broadsides involved shortly. There we go, this is good to see. Go on, hit her. The Reno. Look how much of our ship goes underwater. It's a hybrid. Okay, no angle warnings, which is good. Okay, I'm starting to get a regular bit of fire right now. We just need to wing her. Do a little bit of damage. We are shooting a little bit in front. Yeah, our shots are all wild at the minute. We are aimed, apparently. With a 0.7% chance of a hit. That's not great. What's her chance? 6. Ooh, I wonder why so high. Hang on. Ow, I need to do that in a minute. Let's throw a quick pause here. What are you telling me? Hit chance 2%, salvo hit 10%, base 2.1, fine. All stability, crew training. Okay, lots of bits and pieces. Range found's a big one. Engine vibrations. What are we saying? What's hurting us? Damage, instability, yeah. No range found. That's the big impact. Okay, so we're currently losing into the gunfight. We've had another hole put in us. I think we want to change up our course a little bit, see if we can't spoil their aim. Also spoils our own aim, but we haven't got one, so that's fine. Yeah, no, this is the problem. We're starting to get angle warnings. Okay, that's okay. No, that's not. But our angles are back. Oh, we've lost again. I'm to turn the other way. Oh my god, how far over we're going. Okay, we'll even out a little bit. If we can't find that range. Our hit chance is pretty poor at the minute. Oh! Yeah, his 4 inches a much better chance of hitting. Flooding has now stopped, though, that's good. Engine has, well, say recovered. Our max speed is... I don't think we're going to get 29, 21.5. Oh, we've now got a bonus of range found. 257, okay. Does that help us at all? Not really. Now I got 20 seconds, then I think we're going to smoke up and see if we can use that to close the distance. Oh, get off AP. Let's go back to auto. Although, I mean, the AP has worked pretty well thus far against the other ships. So, you know what, let's leave it on. I want to poke some holes in, cause some damage. Alright, smoke up. Still a terrible, terrible chance to hit. But this should hopefully improve. And here we go. Poke a hole in there, cause some flooding. Love it. Ooh. Apparently she copied us. A minor fire on board. Come on, there's only one left. Oh, and she's badly wounded. Yes! Got her. Got her. A wing and a prayer did it. Oh, awesome. There we go. 4DD's done. We lost 23 of our valiant Russian Empire citizens and killed 472 dastardly Americans. Good. So our ship cost 8 million. What does theirs cost? 5. So there you go. Even on the money front, we came out ahead. No, I'm pretty pleased with how she performed there. It worked pretty well. What did you guys have? Yeah, you did have cadets, which definitely hurt you. Be interesting to see how they performed if they had just regular crew. But I'll take it. And I didn't clock for time, but that is going to be the tiebreaker, because I imagine a few people will get a clean sweep. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Awesome. So I will come back next week with a very short wrap up to see what the scoring was like and where we are in overall seasonal standings. I also have to announce this will be the very final Shipyard Champions video, because I've decided not to take part when they renew the next season. Just there are many other things which I want to try and get onto the channel, so I need to make a little bit of space. So as much as fun as this has been, this is going to be me bowing out, but it's nice to bow out on a bit of a victory. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this and the series, and I'll see you for a short wrap up next week. Cheerio.